Hello, this is Diana. This is my Trailblazers of the Universe YouTube channel. On my channel, I'm helping you fearlessly and unapologetically live your best, most authentic life. I am helping you break through your barriers and transcend any limitations that you may have. If that sounds good to you, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Today's video is another message for empaths. So this message for empaths is all of the energy that you give so freely to others, especially in cases where it's not reciprocated, appreciated, or maybe they didn't even deserve it, to give that energy back to yourself. As empaths, it can be in our nature to want to help people, inspire others, give to others, and we often take on burdens that aren't even ours because we feel the energy of others and problems like they are our own. So sometimes we give more energy to other people than we give to ourselves. We help other people more than we help ourselves. We prioritize someone else's well-being over our own well-being. And it's good to have a good heart and everything to help people and to use your intuitive and empath gifts, but you can't give from an empty cup, right? You have to always prioritize your own well-being first. So part of prioritizing your well-being is giving that energy back to you. Imagine all of that energy that you're giving out to others. It's a lot. It's a lot of love energy, caring energy, healing energy. That's great. But at the end of the day, if you're giving that to everybody, you end up feeling depleted at the end of the day. Your battery's completely drained. Think about it. You get up in the morning, maybe you have kids, maybe you have a husband, relationship, maybe you have roommates, right? Maybe you're giving energy to them. You go to work, and maybe you're not setting boundaries at work, and maybe you're doing extra work that you don't need to do, try to help people or something. And not that I'll be a team player, but there has to be a balance. Maybe you're in a toxic family situation where you have to deal with toxic family members and you still find yourself giving to them, and maybe energy's not reciprocated, or maybe they make you feel bad or something, or just being around toxic people in general can be draining. So think about all the things you go out and do during the day and all the people you interact with, and then sometimes we don't even have time left for ourselves. I always like the quote, don't say yes to other people when it's a no to yourself. And this is something I've had to really learn too. You know, I had struggles in the past with addiction, mental health, toxic relationships, things like that. And one thing I've really had to learn, this is like even right now, it's about setting healthy boundaries energetically. You know, yeah, you do need to verbalize boundaries, like say no when you mean to say no, and being willing to walk away from people that don't respect your boundaries. That's very important. I have an empath playlist. You should check that out. I did make a video on prioritizing your well-being and also the importance of solitude as an empath. I would check those out. Imagine if all that energy you're giving to people, things, places, maybe you are watching a movie and because you're an empath, you might cry more during sad movies, or you pick up the energy that's going on in the world. Sometimes you're not even interacting with anybody, but you just walk out in the world, or even you're sitting at home and you can still feel the energy of others, of maybe when there's chaos going on in the world or catastrophic events. Sometimes when we tune into that, you can almost feel like you're there, right? That's something I deal with a lot. I have to pull my energy back sometimes from those. So even those things you're giving your energy to, you know? Because we're so sensitive as empaths, and all of our senses are heightened, right? And you feel a lot more than the average person, it means that you also probably have to set more boundaries and take more time for yourself, right? Well, have discernment. Be mindful of what you're giving your energy to. Obviously, we are in a universe where everything is energy. You're going to give energy to certain things, and then you're going to receive energy, right? But if you're in relationships, friendships, family, partnerships, whatever, and where you're constantly giving, being drained, and the energy is not being reciprocated, or just it's not being appreciated, sometimes we'll always end up giving more than other people, just because it's in our nature to be empaths. But there has to be some kind of limit, some kind of boundary where we take our power back. Just for all you empaths today and every day, make sure you're giving that energy you give so freely to others back to yourself. And try to be mindful of who you're giving the energy to, what you're giving energy to. Do they really deserve my energy, my love, my attention? Energy flows where attention goes. So just be mindful and make sure you are giving yourself love, self-care, attention. Give yourself time to play, give yourself time to have fun. You have to have time to work into your tasks and stuff too. But make sure you're taking time for yourself to enjoy your life. You deserve to receive the love and energy that you give so freely to others. So take your power back. If you are feeling overwhelmed out there, put the energy back on yourself. And don't forget about your needs as well, because they are important and you matter and you're worth it. That's all I have for today. If you like this content, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I also have a Facebook group, Instagram, TikTok, and 2 podcasts. The links are in this video description. I also offer coaching if you need intuitive guidance to motivate and support you on your healing, spiritual, and or self-improvement journeys. My contact information is in this video description. Have a good day. Namaste.